came up and said, "Hey man, let me holler at you, man. I want to talk." And he took him off the porch. Then the other niggas sprayed the porch. Everybody on the porch got killed. He was telling me that. I said, "That don't give you no message. You ain't got no message out of that." I mean, he couldn't do nothing because they both crews was his friends. But imagine if one crew, I could imagine the conversation, "Man, don't let him know." But he said, "No, that's my homeboy." So he go up there and get him off the porch. "Man, I want to talk to you about such and such." And the rest of the crew gets sprayed. And he was telling me that. I said, "So you ain't got no message out of it?" He looking all up. I said, "Good God Almighty." Thick-headed. So, I mean, I'm not going to call my own children dumb or nothing like that. But ayats, signs, I said, you don't remember about ayats and signs that didn't give you no signal or nothing? That everybody on the porch got sprayed and the guy took a chance, put his own life in danger to come up and get you, his friend, off the porch. And he's just rattling around his brain. He couldn't put it together. I said, "Boy, look at here. You as lucky as you could be, I tell you." Anyway, let me get back to the story. So, write up counter anti-Zionist flyers. Our contribution to the future global harmony. Our contribution. Why do I say our future contribution? Because ain't nobody doing nothing. Tell the truth. Ain't nobody doing. They're killing Muslims each day, all day, everywhere. Right? But our crew is holding on. They're holding on in Yemen, right? They're holding on in Lebanon. They're holding on in Iran, right? All our crew, the U.S., after 20 years, just ran out of Afghanistan. Okay. So we have openly defeated on the battle space of their choice the full force of Zionist Americanism. I'm just telling you so you can either think I'm crazy or you can believe it. But everything everybody has seen here has been an open challenge to the Zionists. And they did everything in their book. Running everybody away, stealing whatever they want, they've done it all right here. And, is that right? Right? Have missed, I'm trying to tell you, here's how this goes. In the beginning of this struggle over 50 years ago, we had to think, what is it going to take to get, at that time, freedom and liberation? And in the beginning, you're young, you think money, if you get money for everybody, you get money for yourself, you're free. And at first, it feels like freedom. Then, what most people do is they figure that I got mine, now you got yours. That's not the way it works. If you're individually free, you won't be free individually long, right? Because freedom is not an individual enterprise. Wealth gives you freedom of travel. You, as a Negro, you got enough wealth, you can go anywhere you want. You out of the common prison that everybody else is in. Because you can use your money. But if you don't know where to go, then what's the sense of having the wealth, right? If you work all your life at the post office and you get your nice Cadillac and Vogue tires and you drive up and down the street, you go to the store, liquor store, and you go back home. What's the sense? Right? The people retire. And the government's pretty mean. He didn't count it up. Let me see. At such and such an age, they're going to leave here. So what we do is we tell them, hey, why don't you stay another 5 or 10 years, and when you retire, you're going to get 80, 90%, something like that, big percentage, and they stay. They have all that experience, and 2 years after they quit working, they're dead. The white man is dirty. If you think you're going to get something from the white man, you're technically crazy. He ain't going to give you nothing. I don't care how many people you tell on, how many people you snitch. Boss man is not giving away anything, right? And when you get in trouble, he going to throw up his hands. My hands is tied. I say, your hands is wide open, boss man. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do. It's beyond my ability. All right. So this is still a black economic enterprise zone. We want to see Muslims be free and independent. We don't want to see the Muslims kissing no punks behind like Saudi Arabia and them bums. They send somebody by here every other day. Remember the guy last week, a few weeks ago, measuring from Saudi Arabia, going to put, this is the carpet you're going to get, that pretty carpet. So I just drove, every time he walk in the door, I'd start driving on Saudi Arabia. You know, you have to pack up and go out, because he couldn't stand it because that's his boss, right? The people come here from out there where we go, where we went the other day. Adam, yeah, they come in here, they measure too. You remember the guys coming here? We need carpet, you need this, that, and another. And they think you're going to modify your program. I'm sorry. Let me speed up. So we have openly defeated on the battle space, not battlefield, because now it's not a field, it's a space, it's an arena. On the battle space of their choice, technically it was our choice because we said, boss man, hey, how about we do a little psychological warfare? So boss man thinking, shoot, I got everything psychological in the world. Yeah, nigga. And so that's why he's so easy to whoop, because he kind of let us choose a little bit the battle space. That means we're not going to kill your black behind till we get ready. Boss man, you're going to just let us have a little time and run around and act a fool? Yeah, nigga, we're going to scare you to death. Every time you do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. You're going to be crazy. And look like he's crazy. Crazy? He leaving Afghanistan, right, with people sitting on the wheels of the plane. And he think he got sense. His whole infrastructure has fallen apart. LA is a crazy house. The Bay Area is worse. Oakland, the last time I was there, you remember them shanty towns in South Africa? Look on the news. Cardboard, tin on top. That's the way Oakland looks. Not part of Oakland. 60% of Oakland looks like that. You got to get all the way up in the hills to get away from that. I mean, in the last 2.5 years, they have said that it's 2.5 times worse than I was there just 2 years ago. Okay. Zionist Americanism. Special traps was evolved to totally trap and destroy openly, publicly, the false invincibility of Zionist Americanism. Everything from the TV shows they put you on to everything. We have never lost no tussle with them. Sean Hannity them scare everybody. We just told him he was a dummy. Well, boy, he's a fool. Right? You don't see us on there no more. You see Sheikh so-and-so because they can treat them like dogs. So anytime we get around, I know you may not believe it, but Negroes got enough sense to whoop the white man on every blow. That's why they had to let the Zionists come and take over. This stuff happened in Oakland was mainly the Zionist manipulation. Why? It's just like what happens when they have a deed to property from Ottoman Empire, from the Ottoman times in Palestine. The court says it ain't no good. They come to our businesses, we got all the deeds and everything. They said they take you to jail. I went to jail 8 times. When I was out there last time, I went 4 extra times. I wanted to go so I could get more stuff on the thing. I just go and get out the next day. One time they kept me about 6 days. But one thing, they got to get rid of you because, see, whenever I go to jail, I don't eat nothing. I don't eat. So I'm in the jail with all the Negroes. And the time I did 6 days in jail, because it was this, that, another, there's some little lie they told. They looking at a nigga that don't eat in 6 days. And what do people in jail eat? They can't do. I mean, they can't wait to get their meal, and they got commissary. They got all that. That's all they want. They waiting for the commissary to come, because the only pleasurable thing they can do in jail is eat, right? And we don't eat. And then you get the food, you give it to somebody. After 3 or 4 days, they saying, what is going on here? Not like in them riots when the Negroes have all them canned goods, they lock up full of, all that food. We're going to have a strike. Yeah, because your locker's got 50 cans of tuna in it, right? And you're going to strike. Not the Muslims, not the good Muslims. We'll fast on their behind. Yeah, we'll fast on their behind. Okay. What we have shown is you can whoop this white man. We've already whooped the white man. Now we're going after the Zionist because he's the one to scare everybody. We're going to do that. Okay, let me go over again the program. So every week and during the week, we're going to go out and visit all the centers. Okay? And over a period of time, from the flyers that we give out, people will begin to understand who we are. We got a good name already. People already know when they see, you could see people know, so they know that. Okay. So nobody comes here, but they know what we stand for. That's why they don't come here, because they may be a little scared, but that's no problem. So anyway, we're going to explain to them who we are, what we're doing, and what they can do to help. First stage, we're not asking them to do anything but help financially. Why? Because it's conscious money, basically. You know you should be doing something. You help us and we'll take care of it. That's pre-Ramadan. But after Ramadan, you done fasted and read the Holy Quran all through and through, so you technically know what your duty is. That's why we're having the first program for Imam Jamil, although the program next month, Black History Month, will have a little bit of that in there. Okay, so we'll develop our schedule, so we'll go to the mosque, the centers, and we'll be constantly raising funds. By the time Eid come, everybody will know who we are, they'll know why we're there. You see what I mean? So no matter where they put us, you can't come there. Like the guy said last week, you can't stand right there. I said, oh yeah, that's right, that's their property. And then I was telling him, I said, that's their property. The sidewalk, we do what we want. Freedom of speech, press, and religion, this is it. Okay. oh, yeah, so the speaker was all the property. I said, oh, we had a speaker, right? But then he got nothing to say because we know the law. You see what I mean? The other things is the people will know we're doing the right thing. It's a group of people already that look for us, right? To put, so that's just from, but now this is specific. This is what we might call it an Islamic revival. Number one, property revival. This time next year, we want to have upgraded all our property. Hopefully, we'll build 3 more apartments right across the street. Well, maybe about 2 years, all of that. But we're going to upgrade. All the stuff that's falling apart downstairs, don't worry about it. All the trim that's falling apart, don't worry about it. Right?